Hello guys, it's Business Monday. This is Ejiro Sagede, aka your energetic EJ, and this is a segment on the Afrocentrist podcast called Business Monday, where I get to talk to business people who are creating solutions, services, or products for other businesses. Okay, so it's B2B here, right? It will be coming to you every other Monday on the Afrocentrist podcast. You don't want to miss it. And if you are watching this and you have a solution or a product or a service for other businesses, then you want to connect with me so that I can feature you on the podcast. I mean, we need this information to go around, don't we? So don't miss it every other Monday on the Afrocentrist podcast. It's your girl, the energetic EJ, signing out. See you on Mondays. Bye. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Afrocentrist podcast. And on this segment, Business Monday, it is your host, the energetic EJ, here again. And this is another beautiful Monday where I get to talk to a business owner whose solution, product, or services serves other businesses, and that could be SME, multinationals, or anything, but their services actually can apply to you as a business owner, especially as a small business owner or as a startup. So welcome. And today, oh my God, I have the pleasure of sitting with an industry expert in the blockchain and cryptoverse, okay? The same way you have metaverse, so it's cryptoverse. And he's done amazing work in the space of 5 years, and I'm just fascinated by that. And I also know that he has other expression where he impacts lives. And so it's such a pleasure to have him on the show today. Let me quickly read his profile for you, and then I'll bring him on. Today, I am with Dr. Talle Davidson Amedu. Oh, Amedu, I should have figured that out. So Dr. Amedu is a serial entrepreneur, business developer, life coach, and founder of Crypto Elite Hub. Dr. Talle, as fondly called as over the years, channeled his wealth of knowledge and resources into helping individuals, SMEs, and corporate Africa to optimize their resources for greater impact and profits. As a result of his sterling performance in blockchain product management, he has received numerous awards from notable brands. He was recently named an international business development partner of a leading crypto exchange. Dr. Talle has been into blockchain products and cryptocurrencies since 2016 and has since not stopped advocating for its adoption. He's passionate about capacity development, teaching, educating, and helping others to harness their innate multiple potentials. Talle is a trained and certified life coach at the Olushola Lare Coaching Academy, OLCA, that is Africa's premier life coaching academy. So, welcome to the show!
Thank you for having me.
I mean,
oh my God.
Thank you.
It's some work. I can't remember sending you that.
Because I don't know, just thank you for even saying yes at such a short notice, allowing me to shoot my shots.
My pleasure. Thankfully, no bullets hit me. So
I'm glad. You're welcome to the show. How are you
so
today?
Much. I'm alright. I'm great. I'm doing fantastic.
Great to have you. Great to have you in Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
How is it going? I know you're here for business, yes?
Yeah, business tourism, and it's been a galvanizing experience altogether.
Of course, it's not your first time visiting Dubai, is it?
No.
It's not, right? Are you also one of those people thinking of relocating?
Well, let's see what the elders have to say.
The councils of elders,
The council of elders. So once they give their positive review and say, I think you should go in this direction. Who am I? I listen to my elders.
That is very good. As a proper African man,
yes,
that you is.
Yes. Proudly one.
Awesome. Guys, just in case you're watching the Afrocentrist podcast for the first time, please do subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you can also listen, if you want to listen, if you prefer listening, I mean, it's supposed to be, it's a podcast anyways, but you know, I know that every one of us has different ways that we learn. So we have the visuals and we have the audio. So if you prefer the audio, you can also listen to us on wherever podcasts are being listened to: Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, Anchor FM, Buzzsprouts, you name it, right? Recently we joined Amazon Music, so you can also find the Afrocentrist podcast on there. So please do subscribe. Now let me get back to my guest. So, Mr. Amedu, I'll call you Mr. Dr. Talle,
Yeah.
So, I love to do trivia as well before I get into the discussion of the
I
day.
hope I'm safe.
Let's find out.
All right.
Let's find out.
Let's go for it.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
my first trivia question for you is, as a fine boy that you is.
Oh my God. Are we going to go there?
Yes. What is the weirdest advice you've gotten from the opposite sex?
Weirdest. Oh my God. These are memories that I've buried in the past. I'm trying to think of them, but weirdest. We're on recording. Right? So I just say heaven is the
Don't
goal.
be
So
seriously.
let's stay focused. You know, we're here for an interview. Come on, they're waiting.
We want to know you.
Heaven remains the goal.
Know you.
I know, but heaven remains the goal. You guys, I'm sure you agree with me.
Oh my goodness. That's how smart guys do. Just evade the question. They don't want to answer the thing. Anyways, no problem at all. No problem at all. Okay, now this one, I hope you are going to answer this one.
I hope to.
You have only 1 year to live.
Wow.
What would you spend that 1 year doing?
Oh my God, I'm gonna spend that 1 year helping people that are multi-talented. Trust me. I'm going to spend that year investing in them, teaching them what they should know, how they should go about their lives, you know, how they should connect the threads, you know, through all their multi-potentials, and how they should not think that they're a cost, because it can be a blessing and a curse at the same time. So pretty much, at the top of my head, that's just what I'm going to spend that 1 year doing, and I'll do it happily.
I love it. I love it. Like, this just goes to show how passionate he is about this topic. And I think I'll just dive into the conversation from there.
Okay.
I feel like I'm sure that you are multi-talented and you had issues, you know, and that's why you're like, when you figured it out, you're like, okay, there must be people like me out there and I really want to serve them in that capacity. Let us start from there, and then we'll still go into crypto, but let us start from there. Right. What happened? What's your story behind you wanting to help multi-talented people?
Well, thank you very much for that very interesting question. First of all, my life is a story of seasons. So there is season 1, season 2.
Serious?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to pick it in batches. Basically, I got to a point in my life where I felt like I should give up. You know, these motivational talks of don't give up. I've heard all that, and I was sick of it. I seriously wanted to give up, you know, because nothing was working for me. Nothing was working. I just dropped out of school. Nothing was working. Nothing was working, as a matter of fact. But then it was an invitation for me to take a deep dive into myself, study myself, you know, and like I mentioned in the live chat with Jimmy Torre, I encountered Larry Wishua thanks to my eldest brother, you know, and I took the personality assessment test, and I figured that I had a unique personality. That also led me to the next stage where I began to do more research about that personality that I found out, and I ran into the Jungian typology tests. You know, it just brought me to deeper dimensions of me knowing myself much more, and thankfully I was able to document all that journey for myself, because I had this private diary, and it got to a point I ran into Emily Wapnick's material, How to Be Everything, and that was a game changer. prior to that point, my personal discoveries, I've had them, I've documented them, but I wasn't confident. I wasn't sure. I didn't even know if those were relevant strategies or relevant facts, that could work for me. But when I encountered that book, it completely validated what I found out on my personal research. And sometimes you're in meditation and having communion with the Holy Spirit, and he draws inspiration, but you're just not confident. All those things were there, but when I encountered them in Wapnick, that book, How to Be Everything, I got some clarity. And that became the underpinning of my confidence to say, yes, I am a multi-potentiality, I'm proud to be one. And this story of Jack of all trades, master of none, I was able to beat that story. And today the story is different, and I'm grateful that I'm able to come out of that confusion, that mysterious Talle. That isn't mysterious, no, that mischievous and unproductive Talle.
Unclear, uncertain.
To the genius right now. Yeah, people refer to me as genius. And I'm grateful, I'm thankful, and I can't but position myself to be a vessel and a voice to be used in pulling out and rescuing a whole lot of people out there. Yeah,
fantastic. So that means that when you did that, you found out you're multi-talented.
Yes.
It's also why now you're probably a serial entrepreneur, because that kind of gives you the clarity of, okay, I can actually do more than one thing.
Yes.
And then you went into that.
Yes.
So I'm going to come back to this, this part of you, which is reaching out to more people. But let me go back to crypto, which is what we all know you for, or the main thing we know you for, right? I'm aware that your vision at Crypto Elite is to raise a global tribe of crypto millionaires.
Yes.
Okay. My first question in that regard is, at what point did you decide to embark on that journey? That's in the crypto world, right?
Yeah.
And then between conception that, okay, this is what I want Crypto Elite to be, or this is the idea, this is what I want it to be, between the conception and actually doing it or starting the journey. So these two in one question, right? What, how did you start the journey, and what was the distance or time duration between when you had the idea and when you actually activated it?
Oh wow. So I'll start with the second question.
Okay.
The distance. It was almost immediate.
Wow.
Yes, I'm the kind of person that don't like to take time. I only take time in being sure, in being certain, in being clear about the path. Once I'm clear, I'm sure, and I'm certain, I act almost immediately. Even at the time when I started and founded Crypto Elite, I didn't know so much about crypto. Yeah, I didn't know so much. Imagine in 2017. Not now that it's a buzzword, and even lots of people still don't know much right now. So imagine how it was in 2017. There was no expert, there were no material. So I started, we were inaugurated in 2018 in Lagos, and to answer that question, I just took a deep dive immediately.
Wow.
So back to the first part of the question, how did I get started in that direction? So basically, when I found out that this is who I am, and I started using the strategies, the tips, the steps for myself, having come out of series of trainings, series of conferences, I wanted to be a blessing to people, and I started a program. In fact, I started a Facebook group. I'm sure some persons watching this will know. Premium Genius Brands, and in bracket it was for multi-talented, multi-gifted, and multi-passionate. It was the group was there on Facebook.
Multiverse.
It was a time where Facebook groups and communities were the in thing. I took a strategy session with Victor Bassi at the time, and he taught me quite a couple of things, and I took that knowledge and started completely. And
does this still exist today?
It's not.
It has moved to your own, that's the Elite now.
Yes. But we are relaunching.
Okay.
We're relaunching that community in a better way. Okay. So one thing led to the other, which I'm going to try to share in this story. So I was doing that at the time, and created interventions, created courses. In fact, I had a course, Multi-Talent Mastery, and it had sales in about 4 countries. Yeah, and a lot of people really bought into that course. I had a material A to Z tips for premium genius grants. It was just a lot of work I was doing at the time. But there was, for me at that time, there was a missing thing, which was funding, finance. Because this was something I was very passionate about. And for my kind of person, I was struggling to charge for the value I was bringing. It was a problem, because...
Does it feel like that's like a problem that is related to multi-talented people?
I think so, but I've conquered that problem. So one of the issues I had then was the fact that a bigger chunk of the people who needed my help couldn't afford the value that I was bringing. And most times, because of ethics, you don't want to get into coaching clients or agree to coach clients for free because you know and you understand the principle of exchanging value for value. So here was I with the knowledge, the value that I know I can offer, and then people on the other side that have the need. There is a vacuum that what I have can fill, but they cannot afford what I have. So it was a pain for me. It was frustrating again. So I decided to tweak what I'm doing a little bit and started researching how I can teach people how to make money. And eventually they can make money
to be able to pay for the value that you're offering.
So that was, I just adjusted what I was doing a little bit. That was where I started researching. I got into data entry. I tried, learning web development. I wasn't catching it. So, if you're out there, you're like me, or the old me, don't blame yourself. Maybe that's just not your beauty.
Not your thing.
Right? So I didn't try to get frustrated, frustrate myself or force myself into trying to be a web developer because it was the big thing at the time. But I was able to grab digital marketing. And I learned digital marketing. I got contracted, to train for Google. I did a whole lot of training, trained over 400,000 NYC members.
Wow.
I was the volunteer social innovation coach for my state. I was coaching people on how to leverage the digital skills to do more valuable CDS projects. So I was already delving into the digital space, step by step, and eventually, because of my participation in my activities in the digital space, people got to know me as someone who does things around the digital space. And one day I got an email from a friend and he says that I should take a look at the slides. I opened the slides and it was slides about Bitcoin mining. And I couldn't understand Jack. To be honest with you, it was sounding like Greek to me. I'm like, what's mining?
This?
Mining. I know gold mining. Mine gold. What's this? Zinc. You can mine. Okay, Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin? Who's the founder? What's it about? We talked about Satoshi now. I just dumped it. And then he texted me on WhatsApp one time. Was like, I sent you a file. Have you
checked it?
I'm like, Benny.
I did not understand one thing.
He laughed and then he left me. So I continued doing my training with Google and all that. And at some point, the program got to some point that we weren't actively training again, and money wasn't coming. So I was lacking funds and finances because the way I'm positioned, there are quite a lot of people who I'm privileged to support financially. So the money I make necessarily for myself. So I just kept looking for other ways, and then something I could also teach people. So the Holy Spirit reminded me to go back to that slide. And I re-downloaded the slides and I looked in. I could not understand it still, And then I saw a conference. I was in Benin City at the time. I saw a conference I was holding in Abuja, and I couldn't afford to fly, and I had to. In fact, it was a very short notice. I had to just take a late bus to Abuja to attend that conference.
It was around crypto.
Yes, it was around crypto. I was so excited that I could sit. I could sit under some person that can just say something to me about this crypto.
But why didn't you ask your friend who sent it to you?
Funny enough, I don't know why. I don't know why. That's me being honest. I didn't ask him, And he didn't
explain too. Oh my God.
I think maybe because he was very busy and he really had.
Or maybe he just felt like you are a digital person, so at least the least you can do is at least research about this.
Yes. That's one excuse that I think I can make for him. He felt like this guy is a smart guy. He's going to
figure it out.
Yeah. So, but honestly, it wasn't entry. So I was excited that I was going to sit under people who would explain this whole thing to me, and my day was made. I got to that. If I was your first person
to get to the venue, wow! Even
I was helping the parent speaker, mic, amplifier to
just said I need to learn this thing, let everything go well.
And love it. The conference, they really tried, did a great job, and they explained everything. I was like, wow, when someone is speaking and you just have a witness in your spirit.
This is me. This is for me.
This is the way to go. I saw the future. Wow. Yeah, I saw the future. God gave me a picture of the future. I was like, this is the way to go. But of course, for a seminar that's just 2-3 hours, they cannot
give you everything.
But that was an open door. And he invited me to make more research, to develop myself in that direction, and to learn much more. So that curiosity was there. So I went back to Benin with that knowledge that I got. And I started eating. I started devouring and all that. And that was how, just about a year later, I made my first million in crypto.
Wow.
I was making money, but my first chunk of 1 million naira, not dollars, please.
As at the time, but of course now that's entered dollars.
And
I'm sure.
I made that, and I was like,
wow,
it's like
this is real.
Yeah, this is real. It's like when you've been a lion, they've been giving you akara,
and you're like, you're not tasting meat.
Tasted blood,
I've been mixing all along.
So I'm like, okay, so I don't have to interface with people. I can stay on my own and make this money.
Wow.
Oh my God.
But you're an introvert already.
I'm a medical, so I'm dominantly melancholy, so I'm quite introverted, except when occasion
demands it.
Like this now, we're chatting, we're talking. So it's the right occasion to talk. So basically that was it, and that was my break in the crypto space, and I started investing in myself. I went to take by 2018 there were courses of blockchain. There was some academy in India, International Blockchain Council. I went through some courses there, got certified, became a fellow of the International Blockchain Council.
Wow.
It just from one thing to another, and then I my kind of person, once I learned something, because I'm a born teacher, I want to teach. So that was how that was how I became the founder of Crypto Elites. And I thought of creating a community to help people to figure out this finance thing. So the idea was first to understand it, and secondly to teach people. And from day one, even before there were millionaires, the vision has been raising a global tribe of millionaires. And I'm glad to announce to you that today we have tons of millionaires in at least 15 countries as members of Crypto Elites. And we're just getting started. I'm in Dubai today for some business, new partnerships, new alliance, and we're doing a whole lot more. I want to raise more millionaires. These people can now build businesses from the funds they are getting from crypto. They can now build businesses. If I decide to hold a conference today on multi-potentiality,
you can fund
the people that will pay me are there, so I can even fund it myself.
Even say, okay, I just want to impact this life. Just come and learn, come and change your life, because I know when you come, you learn, your life will be changed.
Exactly. So I do a lot of training. The last time we were in Ghana, we did free training, multi-potentiality, dream motivation, something that I couldn't do before. I'll be depending on the people to pay. So now I can dream at ease. I can help people. Yeah, the passion is there, and you're not submitting it to just getting money from people before you give out that value. I mean,
it's just you wanting to impact life. I love it. Like this is what makes my heart beat. Impact. Seriously, I love it. It. Now, in your journey so far as the visionary behind this amazing concept, right, or movement, I think it's a movement.
Yes, it is a movement.
I need to join you. So God don't find me. Sorry, if you're not Nigerian, I just said that I need to be a part of the elites, okay? That's what I said. Okay, So in your journey as this visionary, what is the toughest resistance that people have displayed towards cryptocurrency and blockchain solutions?
Toughest resistance, I think it's government policy. Yeah, government policy. It has been crazy. I've got an invitation. I've been privileged to get an invitation to Aso Rock twice, and I've been close to the government quarters, and I can see that they don't really have a clear understanding of this thing. And I'm in partnership with some other academies like Blockchain Complexity Hub in Abuja, and A&D Forensics. We have interaction. They have interaction with some regulatory bodies, and on some organization, government-funded or government-created organization like the EFCC, the Security Exchange Commission, and the Central Bank. So, one of the things that we're trying to do from our conversation is to ensure that we're educating these people so that they understand what it is. Because when you do not understand a concept, you label it scam, or you label it fraud, or you label it all sorts. We know there are bad actors in the crypto ecosystem, but it doesn't cancel out the fact that there are good actors. The fact that there is bad Panadol means that there is
a good one. Right?
So the policy is frustrating a lot. I know a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of builders, a lot of people who created products and solutions that lost millions of dollars. Some of them are my friends, just by that single policy that the government brought, to stop crypto transactions. A lot of people's aspirations were thwarted. People lost money. I know people who packed off their businesses completely. And left the country because they couldn't do anything. People had to refund investors. So that has been the biggest resistance. If not, crypto elites were willing to, take this bigger. One of the problems we are solving is a sustainable development goal. Is poverty, poverty. We believe, as a founder, I believe, and my champions, our champions in the community, because our leaders, we call them champions. We believe that poverty is man-made. Especially the poverty in Africa is man-made, and then as leaders and as champions, we can do our part to unmake that level of poverty. And how do we do that? By participating knowledgeably, profitably in the crypto ecosystem, by offering product services and positioning as career professionals in the blockchain space, and pulling in income, and then decentralizing that power, because knowledge is power. And power is power. When you have that power, you're actually powerful. If you don't have that power, knowledge, and money, you don't have power, right? So with this, it's a chain. We can change Nigeria. We can change Africa. As a matter of fact, we're affecting the GDP and per capita income of the country or the continent. As a matter of fact, because we are even bringing foreign exchange into our countries, and the government really don't have reason to fear. They should just open up. They should be open-minded to learn how this works, because crypto and blockchain can transform our country, can transform Africa. So we want to have more interactive session, more engaging session with the government to say, okay, this is what we're doing. This is how we can get the bad actors. Nothing in the, some people feel like the whole thing is anonymous. When you do business in the blockchain and crypto space, people go ahead. It's not traceable. That's a big fat lie. Because in our community alone, we have what we call blockchain forensics experts, certified. We have blockchain developers, which I was privileged to lead them in that process of career development within the ecosystem. So anything you do in the crypto space, they can watch you, they can track you right to your location.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's that transparency there.
Of course.
So
nothing is hidden. Not even in the dark web, there are tools they can use to track. So, but the government is not aware. They just feel like people want to launder money. They use blockchain, they use crypto.
It's funny enough. I'm so sorry to even say this, to play the devil's advocate here. Like, are you even sure is that they don't want to be seen with the current corruption that is going on? Because if they are plugged into the blockchain, then there won't be, because we can trace where the money is going.
Exactly.
Even though we're saying it's decentralized and all of that, there's no regulation, but still, the technology behind it is that it can be traced. We can say this is what happened here, and so it would stop a lot of them, the corrupt ones, from doing what they want to do. So I feel like that's why they're just forming blind, like this is a scam. Well, you are a scam. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Like, I don't even know much about crypto, right? So, but maybe now I'll start learning. I don't know.
because all over the world, no matter how creative entrepreneurs are, no matter how energetic young people are, no matter how passionate you are, you wanting to change your country or change your environment, the government is the biggest stakeholder in the economic growth. Once they put a lid on that growth, it's counted. You can't. So that has been our biggest resistance in the course of doing what we do, in crypto elites.
Wow. Yeah. I really hope that the right people, the leaders, people who have access to our leaders as well, will just give people like Dr. Talle and the community a chance to actually, and there are a lot of Nigerians and young people who are actually interested in this. I mean, I think I read something recently, I can't remember. I thought I saw something on the news recently of a young Nigerian guy who was just engaged, I think from China or from where, that he was like was really good with the cryptocurrency or blockchain, whatever, and he's gone. So if other people, are appreciative of this, it's just going to be another channel for brain drain. There's already brain drain going on in Africa. So if the African government does not, embrace the blockchain, understand it, so that they know how to play in it, there will be another batch of brain drain, and everybody will just, go where they can function in the crypto world, right? I really hope that, something will be done about it soon. All right, so how can SMEs tap into this space? I know you already talked about it being like in your ecosystem, you have something for them. But let's say somebody is watching or listening to this and they're not in that, they're like still personally, they still have their own resistance or their own walls because they don't understand it. How can they begin to think, what would be the first step for them, for an SME or a small business owner listening to this right now?
Okay, so first thing, I'll talk about three things. First thing is to be open-minded. And to be open-minded is to want to learn. It starts with education. This is not a get-rich-quick space. You don't just come here and want to turn 1,000 naira to $1 million.
Maybe to be that from Nigerian people.
A lot of people have that mentality when they come into the space. So first, you want to learn. You want to calm down, learn how it works, how to play well and play right in the ecosystem. And secondly, as an SME, you want to leverage the system for remittance. You want to be able to do business without borders, with speed, with convenience, with lesser transaction fees. You want to also be able to hedge off your earnings, your income from inflation. Because inflation is the biggest daylight robbery in Africa, not just Africa, the entire global economy. So there are just numerous ways. So these are just the start points. So you learn and you engage in remittance. So you leverage crypto for remittance. You use crypto for remittance so that you can shorten the time of business transaction. How do you send money to your business partner in Japan? In fact, you're thinking of having a business partner in China, Japan, Turkey is even limited, because when you think of the exchange, when you think of the traditional finance remittance platforms, you just get drained. But I'm sitting here in Dubai, I can send money to someone in China, he gets it right away. And if I'm sending $5 million, he gets it right now. The transaction charges can be less than $5.
Wow.
I mean, in some blockchains can be less than $1. But try moving that funds in fiat. It's gonna be crazy. Wow. So these are some of the issues you want to pay attention to, as a business owner. Not everybody wants to remain an SME entrepreneur. You want to scale, you want to grow, because your business needs to have more more clients,
more reach.
More reach, and you need to make more impact because business is about impact. So you're giving out value and then you get back money in return. So if you're making ₦1 million, why can't you make 10 million?
Absolutely.
And then why can't you scale up to 100 million? So everybody wants to grow. So that is one way. Well, you can't start getting involved in that if you're not educated.
Yeah, if you don't know.
Yeah, if you don't know how these things work and you don't even have an idea of the possibilities and the potentials of the technology. So that is how I think they can participate. Yeah.
Fantastic. Just laying up on that is if somebody is not like, okay, I think it's not like I understand it yet, but the way this guy is talking is making sense. It's making me feel like, okay, let me even learn what it is. What's the entry level for to be a part of your community to learn?
Okay, so a part of our community, you want to be part of our community, there are different entry levels. We are big on education. We're very, very intentional about educating ourselves and educating the members of our community when it comes to global economies, when it comes to finance, global finance solutions, when it comes to blockchain, when it comes to crypto products and services. So there are a range of courses that we have. We have the trade crypto ease, we have blockchain economies, we have the understanding crypto, then we go deeper into understanding technical analysis when it comes to trading, and we have the DeFi course, and then we also have the trade futures course, futures trading course rather, which is leverage trading. So whichever of the courses you start with on our platform, it gives you access to be part of our community.
Yeah,
so we try to make it easy, even though when you are already a member of the community, you get a relative discount on subsequent maybe trainings, specialized trainings. But to be a basic member, because we have the basic membership, we have the associates, and we have the premium. So to be a basic member, just grab any of the courses on our website, and then you have access to our community.
To your community. Okay, so you start your journey to becoming one of the crypto elites.
Yeah.
So guys, don't dull. Don't sit down. I know you might not understand it, but there is room for you to learn.
Of course.
So you can jump on the website. What's the website address?
cryptoelites.club.
Aha! Oh, that reminds me of John Lee. Okay, so remember that, and I'm going to put the link in the description of this video, as well as the link of the description of the audio of this podcast episode. It's cryptoelites.club. Hey, join the club, the Millionaire Club. Millionaire in crypto is not the same as Millionaire in Piatto. So if you want to be, these are the real big boys. Want to chill with the big boys? Then you should check it out and come in at the level that you can. At least get there and start learning. Okay, I remember what you were saying when you were sharing your story, that the moment you got to that first conference you attended, it took about a year for you to learn, implement, and then make your first million. So there's also timing involved. It's not going to be a 1 month journey. So when you're join for the long haul. Join with the mindset of legacy, not just to make money now. Making money for sure, for shizzle. Like for sure, if you follow everything that you're going to be taught, you make money. But beyond the money you make, is the impact you make, is the legacy you leave for your children and children's children. Okay, so I hope that you're going to take advantage of that. Now, Dr. Talle, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
I have had a great time, and I mean, it's just thank you. What will be your final word for anyone watching this right now, especially to young people, because my target audience are majorly 18 to 35 age with a sprinkle of older people? But what would your word be for them?
Do not stop yourself, and do not think that you don't have anything to offer. Just be committed to self-discovery, be committed to self-development, and be committed to self-deployment. Those are very critical steps that you need to take for your life to be like a rock star's life. There was a point in my life I really thought I was nothing. I was very timid, very shy. But these 3 steps: self-discovery, self-development, self-deployment, your confidence will go literally from 0 to 100. So pay attention to these three, and for you who's already an achiever, do more, challenge yourself, connect with the right people, get yourself in the right environment where you can get the best energy to help you do better in life. So yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Discover, develop, and then deploy.
Yeah.
And then repeat. Because at every level, you can always get higher. Thank you so much. I mean, I know I didn't circle back to your impact for multi-talented people. That's why you should go and follow him. Follow him across the social media handle so you can learn more from him. You can connect with him if he has a program for multi-talented people. Like he mentioned, they have conferences from time to time. You want to pay attention. His stories are also like a TV on its own, so a lifestyle and all of those things. He does that a lot. So you want to follow him across social media platform. I know of Instagram, which is Dr. Talle. Yeah.
Talle Davidson.
Talle Davidson.
Everywhere on social media.
Oh, okay. Talle Davidson. Talle spelled Talle Davidson. Okay. Yeah. The links will be dropped. Will be attached to this particular episode. Thank you so much, guys.
And I have to say something.
Okay.
I'm back to the coaching business.
Okay.
So watch out for courses. Watch out for video. Watch out for books. I'm going to be pouring myself out to the world. So stay close.
Come closer. Connect now. Okay. Yeah. This is what I'm doing. I've connected you to somebody that can help you. Your choice is yours now, okay? So take action today. Action takers are the one who gets results. Thank you for being a part of the show today. I hope you've learned one or two things. If you have, drop me a message at theafrocentrist@gmail.com. Tell me what is your biggest takeaway from this segment, okay? And let's have that conversation. Thank you so much for being here till I come your way again with another guest on Business Monday. This is the energetic EJ signing out saying, have a blessed day.
And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, and hit the bell notification.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.